glass slipper. Occasionally you get that one customer experience that just absolutely stumps you. This is mine. I worked at a department store specifically in the shoe department. It was a bit busy, but no one needed help at that time, so I kept busy by put displays back into place. A customer asks me where the restrooms are, and I give them directions. My back is now turned to the display table. I feel someone tap me on my butt. It surprised the hell out of me. At first, I thought that I had accidentally bumped into someone, not believing there was actually someone who would tap my butt in public. I turn around to find a little girl looking up at me. She has a look on her face like she has something she wants to ask me, but is a little shy, so I kneel down to come to her level. She cups her hands around my ear and asks me secretly, "Do you have glass slippers?" "No, I'm sorry, I don't have glass slippers," I whisper back to her. She ducks under the table, and I lose sight of her. I laugh at myself for a bit. That was a very strange experience. A few minutes later, I feel the girl patting my butt again. Before I go down to kneel, she quickly points up. My surprise, and what do you know? An all-clear plastic high heel, kind of like one of those stripper heels. But hey, it looked like a glass slipper, so I hand the shoe to her. She ducks under the table, and this time I see where she had gone. No, sweetie, Mama can't wear these things," she laughs at her daughter. They're like glass slippers, aren't they?" Every day I saw those heels, I had to laugh.
I got woken up early for work for that. This happened a few weeks ago, but the events are still a little fresh and raw in my mind. I work in quite a smallish store in the UK that gets a lot of traffic from mainly local residents. Being a key holder, I'm on the list of people to call when the alarm goes off. Normally, I miss most calls that come through to my phone due to some shady black spots where I live. But lo and behold, I get a call at around 4:25 a.m. that my store's alarm is going off. They need a person there to ensure that there's nothing wrong. So drag myself out of bed, throw on my work uniform, and I'm out the door in under 5 minutes. Whilst I'm on the way there, I'm on the phone to my GF, who's kind of worried with me. We're both pondering what it can be, and of course, you're always thinking the worst in your mind. Someone's broken in to steal something, and you're just trying to get there fast. I make it there after around 15 minutes of speed walking and have a look around from outside first. Nobody's around. There's no signs that show anyone's forced their way inside. Then I make my way in, phoning the security company to be my second pair of eyes in the roof. I make it in and have a sweep around, making sure everything valuable is where it should be. Then I see the culprit. A bag of cheese balls just laying on the floor. I give my findings to the person over the phone with me, and he promptly closes the call out. I then just decide to stay, talk over the phone with my GF off clock with some tea before the start of my actual shift. I later showed the camera footage to one of my coworkers on site. When it fell off the shelf and woke up the store's lights and set the alarm off, we both started laughing. TLDR, a bag of cheese balls woke me up too early for work.
Customer got mad with me because we didn't stock something which doesn't exist. I used to work in a home improvement shop and was stationed around the heaters and fire section. We had the modern electric types and conventional coal and wood burners. A customer came in asking for white coal, not traditional black coal, for his fire, because he's seen them in the electric ones and thought they looked nicer. I explained that those were actually pebbles that were more for aesthetics and display purposes and didn't actually burn. He missed the point and said he'd take some of those then to put in his real fire. He got increasingly angry when I explained again that he couldn't do that. He then asked me to point him to the paint aisle, and I suspiciously asked what he was planning to paint. He said if I wouldn't sell him white coal, he would paint some black coals white instead. I, of course, warned him not to do that, as that could give off toxic fumes when he burnt them. He called me a stupid young girl and huffed away. A few minutes later, I see him approaching me again, but this time with my manager in tow, pointing at me and mouthing there she is. She wouldn't help me. I calmly explained to my manager what had happened, and he swiftly took the bag of coals and white gloss paint out of his basket. The heat unwittingly helped him track down. The customer then started ranting and raving about how we didn't want his custom. and was escorted from the shop.
Did you recognize all of the voices? You can leave your guesses in the comments.